Good morning. I know it feels like Monday, but it's not. It's really Tuesday. Welcome to Business by Design Online for our Tip Tuesday. I'm Katie Sevenance. Holy cow, today is such a great day. I am so excited for you to join me because my guest today has also been my business coach, but she helps thousands of people to really scale up their online presence in all kinds of things, social media. And I'm telling you, Molly can keep you up to date on everything. She has got it. So I hope you're ready. Buckle your seatbelts because Molly is amazing and has so much to share with you. I can't wait. Yay, Molly Mahoney, my friend and coach. Oh my gosh, Molly, I'm so excited because our audience is all about women who are either starting a business, growing their business, or just need support along the way. You are one of my favorite people, not only my coach, but one of my favorite people. Yay! I'm so excited to have you with us this morning. So Molly, tell us a little bit about what crazy things you do in the morning to get yourself up and energized and ready to go for the day.
Ooh, first of all, I'm just so grateful to be here with you. You're one of the few people in our community that I've actually hugged multiple times, in person multiple times. And I think I've even been in your car, which is awesome. And just so, proud of you guys and excited about this new awesome magic that you've created. So honored to be here. You're welcome. And when it comes to the morning, so let me show you. These are the first two things that I'm doing in the morning.
Double fisted. That's really good.
So what ends up happening, today, like a day like today, so I actually have 4 trainings that I am doing that are either like this or I'm running before 2:00 today. So this is a really packed day. It's not always this packed, but I've got a lot of really awesome trainings that I'm running today. And so what happens is I often don't allow myself the time to go get more water. So I'm stocked up on water right away. I'm doing better at, remembering to drink water first thing. I also have, I have these on the ground. Oh yeah. Like this book is another one that I've been really into lately called Conscious Luck. Oh. So giving myself a moment just to take in some words of wisdom. Gay Hendricks is my absolute favorite author. So, he has a new book out, which he co-wrote with Carol Klein, and it's so great. And what I really love about it is that you can just go straight to the first page, and the whole book is summarized right there.
Oh, there you go. So if you're in the right place, you're reading the right thing. Oh, I
exactly. Love it. And then, yeah, so I love to just have some time in the morning to drink my water, drink my coffee. I have my coffee too somewhere right here. I'm all prepared.
I know. I have my water. This is the coolest water because it tells you where you are for the day and how.
That's how this one is.
Yeah, it's good. It's
so
good. It's on track. Right now it says, it's at 9:15. I need to drink some more water. And then of course I have my coffee too, but I'm with you. Now I know that you have 2 small children at home. You are married. You live in California. How are the fires and all that? Is that crazy? Are you seeing smoke and
so
stuff?
It's not my niece who's awesome and 19 moved in with us recently, and she moved from Wisconsin. So she was like, is this something that's going to be close to our house? Do we need to be worried? And it's not anywhere close to us, where I don't think it's actually going to be an issue here from the fires that are there right now. And yesterday morning I went out. So our air conditioner blew. It was 108. At least that's what I saw on my phone. 2 days before it's 111 on Olivia's phone. So 2 days in a row, it was well over 100, which I don't know if I've ever experienced that in Anaheim where we live. The day before that heat, our air conditioner broke, except for in my office, which is really awesome. So we have a separate unit on the office. And so we have 2 mattresses. I am looking at 2 mattresses that we moved into the floor of my office.
Slumber party.
So setting up for this video this morning, I was like, how am I going to do this? But we're making it work. So yesterday morning, I actually, even though it was a holiday, I scheduled some calls early in the morning before the holiday ensued, and the boys were all asleep in my office. So I took my computer outside, and there were ashes all over the table outside. So it's a scary real thing. The sun just looked so creepy all day yesterday. It was like this haze of craziness. So
we had the same thing here in Colorado, and it was nice all weekend. And then yesterday, the smoke haze came in. The sun was like this red.
yeah.
Oh, it was creepy, and it was weird. Now today we have snow, so it's weird.
And now today it's actually cold, so crazy. And luckily there's an amazing human fixing our air conditioner right now.
Thank you very much for those little things. I know. I heard I have some team members who live in California, and they were on like rolling outages. So that, oh my gosh. And with the heat there, that's got to be crazy. But
seriously.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So how are you handling having your kids at home? Are you homeschooling? Is school there? How does that work for you?
Yeah, we are. So I will say that when this first all ensued,
March.
Back in March. Yeah, March 13th. I know was our that was the first time I didn't go to something. Right. So so we had our event for our GLAM members. GLAM is our highest level coaching program. And we had an event here at the house that ended on March 8th. So we really got it in just in time. So those first couple of months, I was thinking about this the other day, that I literally cried for 3 weeks straight, because the way that, you and I know how to use Zoom. We know how to use Be Live. But it was a huge eye-opening thing to me of how many people in the world really don't know how to use the internet.
I know for sure.
And so they had classes. Our kids go to a really amazing school that is all French. So they do 1 hour of English a day, and I don't speak French. So the 3 weeks, definitely those first 3 weeks, it was like, what is happening? They each had 6 different Google Hangouts every day, and they had to be on at different times. We have 2 kids. All of it's in French. I was trying to run my business like normal also. So the fact that I survived that, I was thinking yesterday, people are doing this hard 75, that exercise thing. And I was like, I did the hard 90 when it was those first 3 months after we went to school online.
I know.
But now that they're back, I will say I am so grateful for what our school has done this year, especially compared to some of the stories that I've heard from friends who are teachers who just have, little to no guidance. We are actually, and I know some people may not like this, but I have been so grateful. We are doing their online school from 9 until 3 every day, which, it's crazy that it's on the computer that long, but their teachers are so great about having them do yoga and having them do all kinds of stuff that our 8-year-old really has pretty solidly mastered the whole thing. And our 6-year-old, it's hard for him to stay focused. But luckily we have Olivia here, our niece from Wisconsin. So she's down there helping them right now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. It is a challenge. I mean, everybody's learning to do things a little differently right now, whatever that is. So I know my youngest just started college online from home today.
Yeah.
She moves to Arizona in 2 weeks. And then we'll start in person. So, but even when it's not in person, it's all online. So it's so crazy.
I know. And that, when they keep sending surveys of what we should do, what we think the schools should do, we just keep clicking the undecided box and sending it back in, because, there's no way to know. It's such a crazy thing. And it's such a different, unique, personal decision. So
we actually interviewed 3 gals on our show last month that specialize in homeschooling. So it's different than schools going online, but the actual homeschool whole philosophy. So that was a really cool interview. I gained a lot of information from that.
So cool.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about business now.
Okay.
This month for our topic, it's systems and apps that can really help you in business, that can really keep you streamlined and focused and moving forward. And I know I'm still learning the best systems to help me. And I've been asking each of my guests their favorites too. So let's talk a little bit. How long have you had your business?
So I started it in 2013. At that point, it was a vocal coaching business. Mainly it was vocal and career coaching for performers.
And let's stop right there, because you are an amazing performer. Your business is The Prepared Performer.
It is.
I have heard you singing. I know you're a superstar. You sing, you dance, you coach people. what can you not do? You do so many
I
great
can't keep nails on. I just feel like I need to mention it.
That's
They look
okay.
really good. I filmed the mini chat conference on a stage last week, so I put nails on. But like, we've been in the pool, we've been building forts. I've been in my aerial yoga thing I have on my balcony, and they did not last. So
just only hold up
I
one
keep
or
it a
two.
little real. I
It's
was
a
like,
pretty color though.
okay, thank you. Yeah, they're cool, right?
Yeah,
When they stay on, but
that's
what
funny.
I can't do.
I love it. Can you share with our audience a little of the your background and what kind of fun things you've done?
Yeah, so I started as a musical theater performer, and I perform now in New York on national tours. I was on the national tour of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which was so fun. It was so good. I got to meet Richard Sherman, one of the Sherman brothers who wrote basically all of our childhoods. We did a movie a couple years ago with Dick Van Dyke that was I cried the whole way home. It was absolutely the best day of my life. I was super pregnant with Charlie, so it was 6 years ago. Frankie, my husband, and I were all in it as featured extras, and we got so much one-on-one time with Dick Van Dyke. It was, I get teary-eyed thinking about it because I can't believe that actually happened. But I can believe it happened because it did. So I'm so grateful. It was just really awesome. I was a singing, dancing cocktail server in Vegas, which I don't talk about all that often.
I love that place. I love that restaurant. I've eaten there before. So I love that place.
It was fun. I also, cruise ships. So I did cruise ships too. And my husband and I, from time to time, have a jazz band. We've played lots of places. He's a bass player. So we met at a dinner theater in the Round in Wisconsin, which was really fun and weird and awesome. And so I took that when we were on tour with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. We got engaged and we wanted to have kids, and we loved our apartment in New York, but it was 400 square feet. You couldn't see the sky. I was like, maybe we should move back to California where I grew up. So we moved out here, and I've always taught. I've loved teaching, and I was like, I'm just going to help others to be able to figure out. I had built a pretty awesome career as a performer, and so I wanted to help other people to do that. And then when Facebook Live came out in 2016, we switched everything. So instead of teaching performers how to have a business, we started teaching business owners how to perform.
I love it. And that's when I met you. Yeah. And you got my attention right away with your amazing energy and positivity, and just, you can tell how much you care about people and how much fun you have doing what you do. Thank you. That's what got my attention too. So I love it. You have helped so many people to scale their businesses, and your business has changed too over the years to really fine tune what you do. What is your favorite part about what you do?
I've been thinking about this a lot lately, actually, because so Gay Hendricks, who I mentioned earlier, is going to be coming on our show at the end of the month. And he has so many books about really finding your genius, like the joy in your genius. And so Daniela, hi. So for me, I think the thing that I love the most really is being on a group, like in a group, either in person or on a group call, where I can guide people through the systems and strategies that we've used, and seeing that magic when those light bulbs go off. So it's like, hearing the struggles and the places where people might be stuck, and helping them to see how easy it can be, how fun it can be when they really dive in, unlock who they actually are, right? I like to say unlock their inner awesome, and then helping them to see how they can be strategic with it so that they can really make that bigger impact. And I get way more joy out of seeing our clients hit, huge success in their business than I do even about our own success. So
you have hit some big successes too. You have been on stage with some amazing people. You do wonderful things in your business. You've changed lives all across the country. I love what you're doing. You're always helping me because, I want to follow every single thing that you do. You have followers who don't ever want to leave you. So that's a good thing.
We have a pretty awesome community. So I'm just really grateful for the whole thing.
And we talk about that it's like you're creating your community online. That's what social media is, right? Your tribe, you're the people that you relate with, that relate with you, that'll be there to support you and what you do. And you have followers who will not go anywhere. You can't get rid of us now. So I'm just saying. But what has been one of the biggest struggles for you as you have continued to grow your business? Is there something that stands out that's really been a struggle for you?
Yeah, for sure. And actually, I will say that this is something that I finally can say that I feel like we've locked in. So, so for me, it's been, as we've grown, I know that I am good at just like implementing. I mean, I have this hat that we wear sometimes that says stay in action. So I know that I'm good at like, give me the thing to do and I'm going to go do it. And I'm going to throw the spaghetti at the wall until I figured it out. I'm going to push all the buttons. That being said, it becomes a tricky thing to duplicate what I know I can do so that others, like our clients, can do it, and also so that our team can do it, and how to bring that energy. So much of this is about connecting one-on-one, but as we grow, I obviously can't continue to have, I can't continue to do the same actions that led to those connections. I can, like when Daniela comes on right now, I know that she's a member of the Cam Fam. I have, even though we've never, I've not been in her car like I've been in your car. I know that I do really still maintain those deeper connections with our community. I am hoping they feel it as well. But I do care deeply as a human. But it's like, how do you scale those one-on-one relationships so that I don't collapse? Right. And I still maintain, the awesome connection that I have with my family and kiddos and stuff. So the hardest thing for me in that was developing a system in our team communication with our community, and how we can scale those conversations so that our team really can embody the values and the energy that led to us having the success that we had. Mm-hmm. And it can allow us to make a bigger, wider impact without it being directly connected to a one-on-one conversation with me.
Right.
Yeah. So what I would say when it comes to the tools, there's so many tools that I'm super obsessed with right now, but before the tools will actually work, you have to have the strategy and the systems of your own self and business first. Like, it has to work on paper before it will work in an automated system. And one of the mistakes that we've made in that is that we hired a team last year that was a $20,000 investment, I think, over the time that it was done, to build some of these systems out for us. And it was awful. Wow. And for me, it was like, you know what? I think what we do is very rare in the way that we actually care about people. And we're not looking, like, even in we have an automated evergreen webinar now. And even in that, it's like I say at the beginning, this is an encore presentation. I'm never pretending that something's live. And I do think that we've developed a very unique way to scale relationships while still maintaining that care for humans.
I think that's true. And it really does show up. There are a lot of businesses out there that, it feels more like it's a dollar thing. Mm-hmm. Like, we're just going to sell all this and you're just one of a number. But the way you relate with your community is completely different. And your team, I've watched how your team really takes on that same personality. I mean, they each are different.
Yeah.
But they know the big picture, and they know that community is based on the values that you have shared too. Yeah. I think that's really true. That shows up in how you do it. Yeah, no.
And it's crazy that, like, systems and checklists and stuff like that can actually accentuate the more empathetic side of business. But I think what I've learned is that everything can be put into a system. And if it's not working, oftentimes it's because there's skipped steps in the process. So.
Awesome. All right. So what systems do you use on a regular basis? How have you helped to grow your business with systems in place?
Yeah. So I am obsessed with spreadsheets, and I know not everybody understands the language of spreadsheets. And sometimes I'm such a creative squirrel, person, that it might seem odd that I love spreadsheets so much. But Google Docs and Google Drive, as simple as it seems, absolute game changer. So we have everything organized in a operations manual inside Google Docs. And so everyone on our team can find things at different times. Can I give like my 5 favorite tools? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing would be Google Docs. The next thing would be a tool called Rebrandly. And Rebrandly is actually such a game changer across all things that we do in business. What it does is it allows you to create, I just heard Ryan Levesque call it a word of mouth URL, a word of mouth link, which I love. And so for us, what we do is we use there's a few domains, like website URLs that we have that we forward our other stuff to. So for every live video that I do, I create a special forwarding link. So if you wanted to know like about the new bot basics, you would go to molly.live/bot basics. It makes it really easy to remember, and I don't have to ever go look for a link. For my team internally, we have specific links that I know I can go right to one of those links and it'll take me to the folder that has all of our sales team information in it.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing we set up for our clients. They have one of our clients that we're helping build out our map to millions is how we strategically promote our videos and repurpose our videos every week. And for them, I made their rebrandly link /home, and that's the home spot for everything for their value videos. And so they don't have to go searching for anything anymore. It's
nice.
An absolute game changer. And then we take those rebrandly links and we put them into a spreadsheet so that everybody on the team can access them at any time, which is gold.
Yeah.
It's awesome. The next thing that I would say after that is this crazy extension that I am like, oh my gosh, it blows my mind every day that this exists. It's called Clipboard History Pro. And I mean, the amount of time that this tool saves me, it's totally free. It's an extension that goes onto your Chrome browser. I was thinking actually about it this morning, and I was thinking that I need to do a video that's like, which maybe I'm creating the content for it right now, but a video that's like the top 10 time-saving tips for entrepreneurs, especially right now.
Yeah.
More than ever. So this Clipboard History Pro is one of them. And what it does is everything that you have that you save to your, that you copy on your computer, similar to on your phone, on your phone, how you have your whole clipboard, you can see the history of it.
Yeah.
So it does the same thing, but it saves the last 150 things you've copied. So for me, I was going back and forth, like copy, paste, copy, save. I would pull up all these notes and save everything that I was copying to a note. And most people don't realize how much we actually repurpose and tweak the copy that we're using. So for each video every week, I'm writing one description following our description template. That description is going into the email with a little tweak, into the bot with a little tweak, into the text message with a little tweak, all these different things. So I reuse it again and again and again. Yeah. The next thing that we're using, are you ready for this? I don't think you've seen it.
Okay. I'm ready. I got my pen.
Okay. So when you go on your personal profile, let's say you do a post, we have these posts called ladder posts, which is you put a post out there and then people comment, like you say, hey, I found this new tool that allows me to keep track of everyone that I'm connecting with on Facebook. It's going to blow your mind. Do you want to see it? People comment below. Yes. And then you have 50 people that you have to follow up with. And you're like, what am I going to do? Right. So in the
past, problem to have.
I know it's a good problem. But so up until now, what we've used is the friends lists on Facebook, and we still use those friends lists. They are so powerful, totally free within Facebook. And if you don't know what they are, say friends below this video and I'll reach out to you and explain. But I've been using these for more than 10 years. My whole wedding list is divided up into friends lists on my Facebook profile to prove to you that it's been around that long. But now there's a way to take it even one step further. So if you go to molly.live/awesome, that is the link for it because it is that awesome. There is a tool that will allow you to take the people on your Facebook, anyone you're connected to on Facebook, whether it's a friend, whether it's someone you just see on another business page, someone who joins your Facebook group, it will take, when they join your group, it'll take all of the answers to the questions and store it inside a separate CRM. If they put an email in, it will store their email in the separate CRM. It will also, and a CRM is a client or a customer relationship management tool. It will take all of their, you can tag them specifically. You can put all of their information automatically into a spreadsheet. It even automatically connects with several email service providers. So if someone clicks a button to join my Facebook group or clicks, join, and then they answer the questions. And the third question says, would you like a video content planner? Just drop your email below. When they drop their email, it automatically sends them the video content planner from inside ConvertKit.
Oh.
And now everyone, and you can add team members to it. So like we're doing a content workshop. And for the content workshop, I did a post and I said, let us know below if you want to join us. We had like 90 comments on this post, which is super awesome. But I can't physically keep up with that. So this is like what we're talking about.
I don't know why you can't.
I mean, it's awesome. So now we have I have 3 team members who are inside this CRM. It's called Group Track CRM. They're inside there and they can they can reply to people. They can pull up the little thing, add them to Group Track, tag them saying they were interested in the content workshop. And then when they send them a message, they can send it through Group Track and it will keep track of all the messages off of Facebook inside of this separate CRM.
Oh.
So now we can go back and we can see every conversation that the team members have had with them. We can see all the things that they've been tagged, the different stages of our customer journey that they're in.
Okay, so tell me, that one again is called?
If you go to molly.live/awesome,
Okay,
that's the link for it, but it's called Group Track.
Okay.
And it is like, it's a new tool. One of our Glam members actually created it, and it is possibly the coolest thing that I've ever seen in my life. And literally, yeah, she just last year, so she has a program where she teaches people about follow-up, and she last year she had done all of these amazing things in Streak for doTERRA and different companies that she was working with. And in February, she was like, you know what, we need a way to be able to do this on Facebook. And she reached out to a client of hers, Nate, who's a developer, and he built the tool.
Wow.
It is so cool. Anna says, amazing tool. It's like, it literally blows my mind.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool, because I've been using Shout. Have you heard of Shout?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It's a texting program, an app, but it's a CRM. It lets me do invoices for my other business. It keeps track of everybody, all my customers.
Ah, cool.
Send group messages and tags and stuff too, which is really nice. But yeah, it's like we need things like that, because at some point you can't keep up with it all. And so
and that's what I love about, and even like with ManyChat, which does text messaging also, that's what we use for text messaging. A couple weeks ago, I sent a text message via ManyChat that was like, hey, I've just been thinking about you and how grateful I am for you as a member of our community. And usually our text messages come from our bot. They come from Molly bot, but this one I said it's human Molly. And so many people replied, and I sat there on a Sunday evening having one-on-one conversations with so many members of our community.
Cool. Yeah.
It was like, and it like a lot of people said, is this really you? And I was like, yes, it's really me. And then by the end of it, I realized that I said the words, I love you, to at least 5 people in our community. And I genuinely meant it.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
You've built that community. Again, the tools that you're using are helping you build that community so that those people are there supporting, going through courses, sharing information. I mean, I love how you do your business, because it's not just about you teaching all the time. Other people are teaching, other people are joining in, other people are like stepping in and lifting each other. And it's just such a great supportive community. I hope that we can grow our community here on Business by Design Online that way. Yeah. That's my goal with my Senegence business as well, is just continuing to build that community where people feel that they are a part of that community, not just one-sided, right?
Yeah. I will say with your Senegence business that I know you have my back.
Yes, I do. With
my favorite lip color was being discontinued, and Katie knew that I was going to lose my mind. I have it on today. I actually put a red gloss over the top of it, which I don't usually do, but I am obsessed with it. And so Katie scoured the planet and found me 10 of my favorite color. And now I know that I am set for the rest of my life.
I know. That's funny. That is funny. I have a few extras just in case, because, they kept coming, but I love it. I love it. And so what other tips can you share with our audience before we have to go today? Because you've shared like a ton of awesome tools. I love that. Do you have another tip for a business person who's like trying to survive right now?
Yeah, so really, there's a couple of key foundational pieces that I believe most people miss in their business. And I was at a conference a couple of years ago where I heard Amber Spears talking about something totally different. She was talking about affiliate marketing, but before she got into it, she said, I'm going to share something with you right now. And you may think these are common practices, but they're not commonly practiced. And I was like, oh, that's such a good nugget. I use it all the time. I always do my best to quote her, but I love it. And that is what I think would be the most impactful thing to leave with you, is that there's 4 keys that I believe every business owner needs to retouch into. And I will say, I'm super honored to have, the ability to support some of the biggest people in our space as a social media consultant, and also, helping with messenger bots and live video. And this past month, we've done some work with some huge names on this foundational stuff, just tapping back into it with their whole team. And it's such an honor and such a refreshing thing to see that people who are crazy banana pants successful recognize the importance of these foundations. So if you're in business and you're thinking, I want to get to the point where I'm adding in all this crazy stuff and all the tools are cool, but like I said in the beginning, if it doesn't work on paper first, it's not going to work in the automation.
Yeah.
So those foundations are, first, you have to know you as a human, like as the actual person. We won't get into it, but you can Google quesadilla of awesome if you want to see a really great exercise on that. So it's one of the huge things that Katie and I work, those of you watching, Katie and I work together. How many years ago was that?
Like 4 years ago, I think.
So
It was,
weird. Yeah. So that's one of the biggest things we did for you 4 years ago, was helping you to recognize that, like, how important it is to bring you to the forefront.
Right.
Which was so awesome
because one of the things I love, sorry to interrupt you, but it's
please.
like people go, okay, I know I need to go live. I know I need to be out there, but they just don't believe the knowledge they have, what makes them unique and special. And you really help people get clear on, who am I? What are my gifts? What do I love to do? So you have something to share out there with the world. And then when you go live, you feel so much more confident.
Yeah. And the coolest thing, so the next thing is knowing your ideal client. And I will never forget the moment, Katie, when we were at that hotel in Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, wherever we were. And y'all, people were attacking her, like legit. They were freaking out because she shifted her video content to make it very specific about a specific ideal client and not making it generic for the world. And I mean, I know that I'm telling the truth when I say this, like literally people were running up to you and being like, oh my gosh, I love your videos. And it's one of the highlights of my career life, I think, was that moment, because I was like, this is the coolest thing ever.
That was funny.
It was a full superstar moment where everyone was like, oh my gosh, your videos are so awesome. And it was because you really took the time to know your ideal client and solve their specific problems.
It is fun because, I mean, also it was, I must say, the beginning of videos, and there weren't a lot of people going live, but the minute I got really clear on who I wanted to serve and who my ideal client was, you still are attracting other people, but everyone knows, no, if I know someone who's over 50, she specializes in that. So,
and you were solving real problems for people, and things that when we watch the videos of like the 20-year-olds, it's a different type of technique that they're going to use to do what they're doing.
Right.
And so it was just awesome. Okay. So that's know your ideal client. The next thing is, like we're talking about, know the problems that they're experiencing, and not just the problems that are related to your product, but all product problems that they're experiencing. Like how you did the thing about homeschooling. Like there's a lot of us that are going through a lot of things right now. And if you can solve problems, I make the jokes about it, but now I have my 2 waters and no nails. Right? By helping people to see how they can drink more water, it's solving a problem, and you're going to become a trusted resource so that when they do need more information about how they can monetize their live videos, you're the person that they come to, right?
Right. Right. No, I think that's awesome. Very true. Finding the problems so you know how to solve them and letting them know you're going to be able to solve them. Yes, definitely. Yes. I love that.
Then the final thing is knowing the solutions that you provide and recognizing in your business, you are solving a problem. We do this content. We've done it once. We're doing it again this week, this content creation workshop. And Kelly runs it, my director of education, but I was on for the beginning. Oh, you were there. right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I was.
Duh. So when Janice said, she was like, but you are all business owners who like have businesses and I create art and that doesn't solve a problem. I lost my mind.
I know.
Like,
I could feel
oh my God. Because art solves a problem, and I mean, I have, especially with my experience in theater, I have several friends who are a part of this movement right now. That's an arts worker, I think is what they're calling it. But, I read this statistic this morning that the arts and culture is the second biggest piece of our economy. Art solves a problem. You solve a problem. Otherwise, no one would buy it, like ever. It solves a problem. And so you have to recognize, how does your product or service solve a problem?
And then realizing pretty much everyone can solve a problem. I mean, you better be able to, otherwise.
Well, and the cool thing is, if you don't know how to solve it, we all have problems. So learn out loud, like go live and solve the problem in front of people. Figure it out.
Right. I love that. That's good.
That's what I was saying. And then you just, know that you've got to get started somewhere. So like, once you have those foundations in place, there are people who can help you. Katie has a wealth of knowledge of how to build an online business, like show up to these videos on Tuesdays. We have loads of support that we can give you in how to actually create live videos that are set up to convert. And it's a layered process. It's not like you're just going to watch one video and then all of a sudden your master going to come together. You've got to put it into action and learn with each step.
I love it. So for those people who are going, oh my gosh, I love Molly, great energy, I want to learn what she has to offer because I know she can solve my problem. Where can people connect with you?
I actually have a really cool thing that I can tell you about. So thank you, Katie. We have a masterclass, which I mentioned earlier, that is, oh my gosh, it is so jam-packed with awesome information. We used to do this masterclass live every once in a while, but I decided, you know what? I want everybody to have access to this whenever they want it. So we have a few encore presentations available of this masterclass, and I actually created a link just for you. Which is so cool. I just tested it to make sure.
Rebrandly.
That's how I created it.
Okay.
It is molly.live/BBDO, Business by Design Online, right? So BBDO.
Oh, yeah. We use that all the time. I was like, wait, that's what we say.
Okay. So molly.live/BBDO will take you right to that masterclass. You can either watch it right away or you can select a couple other times that you want to watch it. And the reason that we have it there where you can select those times is because you want to be able to put those times in your calendar and dedicate. It's about 2 hours long. It's an hour and a half of content. And then there's some Q&A at the end. And if you submit questions in there, I will see your questions so I can come back and answer them for you.
Awesome.
And it shows you everything you need in order to create a live video client attraction machine.
I love it. So people can throw credit cards at your face.
Hello.
That's awesome, Molly. You are such a wealth of knowledge. I really love that I consider you on my friend list. And you just light up my day. And on a day today in Colorado, when it was 98 yesterday and it's 32 today, oh my God. Molly.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
It is crazy, but thank you, awesome. Molly, so much. I really appreciate
you.
I know I will see you again someday soon when we can travel again. And, thank you for coming on our show. I hope more people will take advantage of that link. I know I'll sign up again and watch. I'll sign up and watch it. And I love being part of your community. So thank you so much. Have an awesome day today.
Thank you. We will. And just so grateful for you.
Thank you, Molly.
Thanks.